So I want to cover why I don't use stop losses in my options trading. I was day trading before I started trading options, and I didn't use a stop loss. So I would make quick trades in and out without a stop loss. And I guess you could say I'm just used to not using a stop loss. But with options, it's a bit different as well. With options, you're able to see the risk in front of you before you place the trade. So this helps a lot with your control. Options are a lot more manageable, meaning you can make adjustments to your trade while it's going against you, and you can minimize your loss that way. Because with options, you might be in a losing position one day, and it might work for you the next. So it's good to have some wiggle room there where you don't tap out just because a position is going against you. Options give you time to be right. So let's look at Tesla, for example. I'm down $1,500, almost $1,600 on the position right now. And if I had a stop loss in, I'm probably sure that I'd be stopped out at this point. You might argue, that might have been a good decision just to go ahead and stop out and then move on. But I believe Tesla's going to go up. I'm okay with accepting a red condition right here, a loss unrealized right now, to give time for the stock to come back up. So even though it's going against me right now, I still want to be in the position. I think that it's going to go up long term and that I'm going to make money on it. So I want to give it the time that it needs before just cutting it all together. So I don't want to give up the opportunity that I have, even though my account is red right now. I plan on realizing a win with Tesla. It just takes time. So that gives me the opportunity to roll the positions and continue to collect credit in the meantime. Also, in many ways, I define my risk by doing hedges instead of stop losses. So I sold a put here at $175, but I also bought a put at $145. So I've only accepted the risk between here, 145 and 175. In a sense, I've defined my risk instead of doing a stop loss. Before I opened the trade, I knew how much capital I was risking and what my probability of success was. So I didn't need a stop loss. I already accepted the amount that I was going to risk and my probability of being right and how much money I was going to make. So I placed that trade knowing what the risks were ahead of time. And I don't really have a need for a stop loss here because I've hedged instead. But I want to show you too, because I have some undefined risk positions as well without a stop loss and what my plan is for those positions. So I've got the soybean futures here. I've got options open at 35 days at around the 25 delta. And then I have a call that I'm selling here around the 11 delta. Now these were 20 deltas even whenever I opened the trade. The price has since gone down and it's going toward this position. So what happens if the price starts going past my call? I'm going to be in trouble. But what I can do is move this call closer to the money and collect premium to offset any loss that I've got. Now, it's still risk, right? I've accepted undefined risk here, but I'm able to manage that in a way that I have time to be right and to collect premium to cover any losses that I might have. I also have the value of time. So if it doesn't work out in this option, I can roll it into a later time, collect premium, and give it time to be right. I can also turn this into an iron condor if I wanted to define the risk and accept the loss, basically hedging my position as well. So I could open up a buy position here and define my risk, do the same thing over here, do a buy position and hedge my risk there as well. I don't want to do that because, for one, it costs money, so I'm losing credit by covering my risk. So I have to pay for these premiums, and I'm not able to manage these positions as easy as I would with only having 2 orders open. And now I've got 4 legs open, and TastyTrade only allows you to do 4 leg orders at a max. So if you had to adjust your iron condor, you would have to have 8 legs to adjust, closing 4 and then opening 4 more. Whereas with a strangle, it's much more manageable. You have 2 positions open, so then you can have you can do a full adjustment if you needed to roll it out in time. If I feel like I need to hedge, I'll hedge by buying puts or calls and define the risk. I can also manage, so I don't have to worry about a stop loss. I want to give myself the time to be right, and I'd rather manage than have to pull out of the position because I'm in the red a certain amount. I'm willing to accept the fact that I would be down a certain amount, an undefined amount, and have to manage that versus pulling out of the position because the price went against me. So I'm a new options trader. I started back in October of 2023. I'm wanting to get a 50% return by the end of this year. And I want to share with you if I make it or not, and also the things that I learn along the way and what's working for me. And hey, maybe it would work for you too. So if you're interested in following me, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the options trading or maybe the way that I trade, and we'll see you in the next video.